Got a disappointed group in there for us. Main thing as I got across to them was we've got to get ready for a quick turnaround, get ready for Baylor. Obviously it was two high-level teams playing and a fun game for everybody to watch, but we're extremely disappointed to lose, but probably more so because of having a 13-point lead with 10 minutes left, having I guess a 5-point lead with 3 minutes left, and getting beat and down the stretch on the board. So it's it's a tough loss. It can't turn it into two. We've got to get ready for Baylor. We will play them again shortly up at their place, but some things we could have done better. The rebounding in the second half went their way. They got to the foul line way too many times. And for us, I mean, I would have taken Young it was 9 for 23. If you told me that, I'd be fine with that. It was the 18 free throws that what we didn't want to have, and so that's disappointing. And then we got hurt on transition, which I think is where he got his assist. So I thought we had a good plan in place. Offensively, I thought we were pretty good. If you look at our numbers, we didn't shoot a high percentage, yet we shot a good percentage from three. We only had 8 turnovers. So I thought our offensive execution was pretty good. We just didn't finish around the basket as well as we had, and I think that was probably the biggest difference for us. And in the day, they made one more free throw to their same amount of attempts. And so free throw shootings, right, can be a difference maker as it is in the 1-point win.
That last possession, was it rushed or was it?
Well, obviously had more time. It wasn't what we wanted. We wanted to score, obviously, and it didn't work out. But we practiced that a lot. I would have thought we would have done better with it, but we didn't. And so that's why it's not the only reason we lost, but it's certainly you've got time and gosh, we practiced it a lot. I was surprised we got what we got.
What are the other options on that for Kenrich once he has the ball?
Well, I mean, we probably, we want to do other things than what we did. We don't want to, there's a lot of time. We said that we didn't have a timeout, but I know we'll focus on that play, but I mean, I go back to the transition, the free throws that they got, the second shots that they got the basket at, the big basket. I mean, I go that, but yeah, it didn't go as we practiced. We've practiced a million times, and we've never ended up with that shot with 7.9 seconds.
What's the shot you usually end up with on that? I mean, is it?
Oh, it was something more to the basket. More to the basket, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was only a 1-point game, so we were thinking we had to get a 3.
Right.
So I mean, there was no thought to that.
Right.
So there's. I felt at the end we did some things where we got what we did the things that we normally do, but we just didn't make the right plays out of it, whether it be post ups and that play is the one that everybody will point to, I guess. But certainly there were some other ones as well, and we didn't get it done.
James, how your team responded early though, after falling down 11-0.
Yeah, I mean, that was again in that case, I really thought we looked uncharacteristic as a number of possessions we had and early on, and I mean it's disappointing, but we've tried to learn from our wins, and now we've got to learn from a loss, and hopefully this will register. But I thought shot selection early in a couple of those possessions weren't good, and then defensively the transition defense was evident there, the problems with it, and then they continued throughout.
What kind of young program, however you want to say it, that's just kind of having this kind of success? What can you guys learn from a game like this?
Well, I mean, this is I've talked often about that we've got to learn from the wins, and we had some good wins, but we hadn't played a top 10 team, and I think there were 10 in the RPI when I saw it. We're 3 this morning, but we played teams that were, I guess Nevada was 14 or something. So I mean, we played good teams. It got. I go back to where it just caught up. Our lack of commitment to transition defense, our lack of understanding has hurt us all year long, and this time it got us a loss.
McGusty getting what he did.
Yeah, second half.
That was kind of killer, I guess, for you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we knew I thought we did a good job first half with them, and then second half, you know, there's some, but again, I just said it, but it was most of his points, and we were talking about it afterwards, were transition baskets, you know, and again, that's where we have to improve.
What do you think about how Trey handled the atmosphere in this environment? You know, he's still a freshman, yet 39 points.
Yeah, I mean, obviously played well. I mean, you know, he had 14 assists. That was the thing that really got the fouls. They get into that foul line 18 times. You know, as I said earlier, I think I said it in here, but 9 for 23. You know, we knew he was going to get 20 shots up. That's going to happen. 9 for 23 we could live with, but the 18 free throws can't happen, and the 14 assists, and mainly those were at transition, oftentimes after made baskets. So. Obviously, he played good. I mean, there's no secret. Everybody knew he was good, and everybody knew that's what they needed. And everybody knows Coach Kruger can coach and puts them in the right spots. So, I mean, I don't think there's anything different. It's just that we put them at the line 18 times, and their wings beat us down the floor too many times.
How tough is it to game plan for a point guard that has the ball in his hands as much as he does?
Well, that's why I said he's going to get 20 shots up. So I said 9 for 23 is something that you can live with. I mean, as far as percentage-wise, but we'll look at the film. But I'll get an exact number on the transition baskets that, as we counted, they're never quite the same as the stats. But I think that was the biggest thing. You know, we made them guard us. But the big thing I thought was we didn't finish around the basket as normally we did, and that led to some of that transition too at the same time.
This is not about the officiating in this game, but the way the game has evolved. Now they call it with very little contact.
Right.
How difficult is it to guard a guy like Young, who's got such good handles?
No, that's just, I mean, that's where the game's gone. I mean, it's, you know, they always talk about the NBA and you know, what it was like back in the day, and they couldn't get in the paint. They couldn't, you know, the guards couldn't score like they're scoring, and now it's a whole different game, and it's trickled down to us in college, and you know, every rule's been made for the benefit of the offense in the last 5 years or so. So I mean, you know, it is what it is.
What could Desmond have done different on that last defensive possession to stop Trey from getting one?
You know, there was it comes down to team defense always, and that's where I think we could have been better in that area. Recognition of personnel, I think, across the board for us, but you know, his range does make it different. I think he makes it different than for us, in how we guard and what we have to do. And you know, we changed it up a little bit. We had some success, but you know, not enough to pull away and get a win.
Desmond was on him a lot in the second half. Was that because of Jalen?
Jalen had the foul trouble, and you know, and Alex was sick during the day, but we thought we'd have different guys on him. I thought Kenrich would end up on him more, and that didn't seem to happen as much as we anticipated. That's probably a little surprising to me, but again, it was a lot of it came in transition.
Any final questions?
Jamie, you guys won 17 straight games dating back to last year. How do you handle a loss and talking to the team and going forward?
Well, I think that was the main point I got to. And we didn't talk long. We never do after a game. But I mean, you know, it's moving on, and this can't be this can't lead to multiple losses. And so, you know, we know what we did is we're gonna have to make that decision to change it. And it's been evident early. It's been evident throughout, and we didn't get done. So we've got to make a commitment to get better defensively. You know, we didn't shoot great percentage, and we shot 42 from three. We had 8 turnovers. I mean, you know, we scored 90 points or 89. I mean, you know, we've got to get better defensively, and I've been saying it, and you know, the 12 wins have kind of hid that. But again, they're very good offensively, so we felt a good one, and we put them at the line, and that's gonna cost you.
Carlos?
Jamie, you need to play these guys 2 times in the first 5
Right.
games. Advantage or disadvantage?
Well, I mean, you know, obviously we're coming off a loss, so we'll see. I mean, there's too many other things to happen in these next 2 weeks. A little different setup than when last year, when we kind of went through the whole schedule, and then we played the round robin again. So, yeah, we'll see there. I mean, I don't think it's our opponents right now. It's on us, and us. By that we've got to make improvements. We can and we will and we have, but it's got to be another level.